First agenda is the Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya. For all participants, please all rise. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue with prayers. Let us take a moment to offer our gratitude and seek blessings for the success of this event. Please join us in a moment of silent reflection or prayer, according to your own beliefs. Praying start. Praying over. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the following agenda is Sekar Jaga Dance Performance as a greeting dance present by Bali Tourism Polytechnic Students Art Unit. The next agenda is the report delivered by the committee head of Travelvaganza X in collaboration with Astindo. For Niputu Neka Putri Areta, the time is yours. We invited for Niputu Neka Putri Areta to going on the stage.
Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Shalom, namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam manganjali karya werdi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Travelvaganza Committee, I would like to extend a sincere welcome to the following honorable guests as follows: Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Dr. Andes Bad Ida Bagus Putu Puja MKes, President of the Indonesian Travel Agents Association, Deputy President Federation of ASEAN Travel Associations, Advisory Board of Tour and Travel Business Study Program Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Mrs. Pauline Suharno, President ASEAN Tourism Association, and the staff of General Chairman Indonesia National Air Carriers Association, Mr. Edi Krismedi Somawilaga, Director of Sustainability and Research of Pacific Asia Travel Association, Mr. Pavnes Kumar, Market Manager of Taiwan Tourism Indonesia, Ms. Ivana Osmon, Travel Blogger and Content Creator, Mr. Wira Nurmansyah, the Board of Directors of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the Board of Management of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, Study Programs Coordinator of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the travel agents who participated in this event, invited guests and lecturers who are present offline and online, all offline and online ladies and gentlemen. On this great occasion, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Niputu Neka Putri Areta. I'm standing here representing the entire team who has been dedicating their time and effort for working very hard to prepare this event. We are honored and delighted to welcome each one of you to the Travelvaganza X. The theme of the Travelvaganza X, shaping the travel trend, are we ready for 2025? The selection of this theme shows that the travel trends have a significant contribution on the stability of the tourism sector every year. In accordance with the tagline of this event, to explore, learn, and connect, we hope that the tourism industry can gain insight into the potential of future travel trends, so as to be able to face challenges and seize opportunities in the future. I would like to thank all of our speakers for participating in this event. In the Travelvaganza X, we have 3 practitioner speakers and 1 keynote speaker, and also we have 1 online speaker. I would also like to express my appreciation to all chairpersons, the management of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, and the lecturers. My appreciation is also extended to our sponsors who have supported this event. I would also thank to all the partners that I cannot mention one by one on this occasion, those who have generously helped us to make this travel talk and TV10 showcase come true. We hope that Travelvaganza X can be used as a place where people can exchange their knowledge, opinion, and insights to adapt on this era and build a better future for the tourism and travel industry. We also hope our event will be an amazing and unforgettable experience for all the participants, attending offline and online. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great time and enjoy the talk show. And always remember, to travel is to live di UPW aja. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Niputu Neka Putri Aleta for the report.
For the next agenda is a welcoming speech delivered by Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, Mrs. Niputu Evi Wijayanti. The time is yours.
Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam manganjali karyawarti. The Honorable Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Dr. Randus Ide Bagus Putu Puja MKes, President of the Indonesian Travel Agent Association, Deputy President Federation of ASEAN Travel Association, Advisory Board of Tour and Travel Business Study Program, Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Ms. Pauline Suharno. President ASEAN Tourism Association and the General Chairman Indonesia National Air Carrier Association, Mr. Edi Krismedi Sumawilaga. Director of Sustainability and Research of Pacific Asia Travel Association, Mr. Parvez Kumar. Market Manager of Taiwan Tourism Indonesia, Mrs. Ivana Osman. Travel Blogger and Content Creator, Mr. Wira Nurmansyah. The Board of Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the Board of Management of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Study Program Coordinator of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the travel agents who participate in this event, invited guests and lecturers who are attending offline and online, all offline and online ladies and gentlemen. Before I give my welcome speech, let me open with the read. Please support with say great. Jalan-jalan ke tempat kerabat. Tahu-tahu ketemu berlian. Saya sampaikan salam hormat kepada hadirin sekalian. We thank you, the good Almighty, because of His blessings we can gather at this very special event. As the coordinator of the Tour and Travel Business Study Program, I feel very proud and happy to welcoming you all to the Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo. The Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo is an event that we create to connect travel industry partner, academici, and student in one inspiring and insightful forum. On this day, we will witness a variety of exciting sessions designed to broaden our horizon and the latest trend in the travel industry, as well as to provide opportunity to learn directly from expert and experienced practitioners in the tourism industry. In the travel talk session, we will learn from prominent speakers who will share in-depth insight on various important aspects of the travel industry. I'm sure that this discussion will be very valuable and provide new perspective that will benefit us of all. At the showcase session, participants will have the opportunity to see the firsthand the various innovation and creative solutions that have been developed in the field of travel. This is a fantastic opportunity to explore the latest technologies, innovation service, and strategies that can bring about positive change in the industry. To all the speakers, I sincerely thanks for sharing your knowledge and experience for this event. And to all the participants, I wish all of you get new insight, inspiration, and the opportunity to expand your professional network. Let's make the most of this event to get ready, shaping the travel trend in 2025. Thank you for your attention, attendance, and participation. May this Travelvaganza X travel talk in collaboration with Astindo be successful and have positive impact on all of us. Sign I open with the rim. I will close with the rim as well. Please support with say great. Pariwisata tumbuh, ekonomi bergairah. Astindo and Travelvaganza bergandengan. Bersama kita bangun negeri yang indah, wujudkan mimpi jadi kenyataan sesuai lagu Travelvaganza kami. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Om Santi Santi Om. To travel is to live, di UPW aja.
Thank you, Mrs. Niputu Evi Wijayanti, for the welcoming speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next agenda is opening remark delivered by the Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Mr. Ida Bagus Putupuja. The time is yours.
Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, salam sejahtera, namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam manganjali karyawardi. Good morning, our Honorable Dr. Haji Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno, Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Ms. Pauline, President of Indonesian Travel Agent Association, and Mr. Eddie Krimaidi, President of Asian Tourism Association, Pamas Kumar, Director Sustainability and Resort of Pacific Asia Travel Association, Ivana Osmond, Market Manager Taiwan Tourism Indonesia, Bapak Wira ya, travel blogger and content creator, and Korea Tourism Organization, the Board of Management and lecturers of Bali Tourism Polytechnics, tour and travel business study programs, student of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, and all ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let us express our gratitude to the presence of God's every day, because by His blessings we can gather here in good health and to take part in the management application program of the travel business studies program for 7-semester student. The significant increase in overseas and domestic travel is not only influenced by the attractiveness of destination, but also by internal factors such as provider of travel business and economics growth of the people and outbound and inbound travel has become a trend nowadays. To respond this and to provide a bigger picture of the new trends in 2025, the student of travel business study program and pleased to hold the Travelvaganza Trends traveling and travel in collaboration with Astindo. This event is also in conjunction with the Treasure 2025 Travel and Leisure International Talk Show. Thank you for all the contribution and partners of this event, and hopefully this event will be insightful for us to explore, learn, and contest, and have a great talk show and welcome in Bali Tourism Polytechnics. A great man once said, travel opens the door to endless discovery and wonder. Every journey increases your soul, expands your horizon, and fill your life with stories to share. Keep exploring, for the world is full of beautiful writing to be found. Om Santi Santi Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Ida Bagus Putu Puja, for the opening remark.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda, we would like to invite Dr. Haji Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno, PBA MBA, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, to deliver the opening remark.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Shalom, Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam sehat penuh semangat, Rahayu Indonesia Maju. Saya Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno, Menteri Pariwisata dan Ekonomi Kreatif Republik Indonesia. Mengucapkan selamat dan sukses atas terselenggaranya aplikasi manajemen bertajuk Travelvaganza X dengan tema Shaping the Travel Trend. We are ready for 2025. Dalam beberapa tahun terakhir, industri pariwisata telah mengalami perubahan yang signifikan, namun tantangan tersebut juga membuka peluang bagi inovasi dan adaptasi dalam acara kita merencanakan, melaksanakan, mengalami perjalanan. Kegiatan ini bertujuan untuk memberikan wawasan yang lebih dalam mengenai perkembangan yang terjadi di industri pariwisata, serta mempersiapkan kita dalam menyambut tahun 2025 yang semakin dekat. Kami meminta Anda semua untuk berpartisipasi aktif dalam setiap sesi diskusi dan berbagi ide-ide kreatif Mari jadikan acara ini sebagai platform untuk bertukar pikiran, membangun jaringan, dan menciptakan peluang baru dalam dunia usaha perjalanan pariwisata. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih. Om Santi Santi Santi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Haji Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno, BBA, MBA, for the opening remark. This is a remark of a good start for our event today.
Now it's time for the official opening of Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo. We invite the Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, the Supervisor Lectors, Mrs. Niketot Wiwi Agustina and Mr. Putu Gede Ari Yudhistira, Astindo Bali Representative, Mr. Riyama Rasyam, and the committee head to come up to the stage to open this event by plugging the cajon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo is officially open. And we will continue with photo session for the Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, the Supervisor Lectors, Astindo Bali Representative, and the Committee Head. Please stay on the stage.
Alright, we start for the first photo session on my count. 1, 2, 3. Once again. 1, 2, and 3. For our second group photo, we kindly request all our esteemed guests on stage to join us at the front. To all our invited guests, please all rise. For our online participant, we invite to open the camera to have photo session. We kindly request all our esteemed guests on stage to join us at the front. So all our invited guests, please all rise. And our online participant, we invite to open the camera to have photo session.
Menikmati semua warna dengan hati yang ceria.
Alright, we start for the first photo session on my count. 1, 2, and 3. Once again. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much to the Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, the Supervisor Lectors, Astindo Bali Representative, the Committee Head, speakers, and all ladies and gentlemen. For all ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event is proudly supported by our honorable sponsors and media partners. Bank Indonesia, Garuda Indonesia, Korea Tourism Organization, Merusaka Nusa Dua, Aeroglobe Indonesia, Uniqlo,
Para Wedding, Sari Amarta Batik Collection, Frankenstein Laboratory Restaurant, The Rivalvi Hotel, The Tusita Hotel, Bali Garden Beach Resort,
Esmeralda, Motobooth, Dharma Project, If Story Day Merchandise, PT Lombok Car Rental, Bali Plakat,
Seblak Gorilla, Lian Hua Snack Box, Take and Buy, Hesta Floris Bali, Hanya Floris Bali,
and our media partners, iNews Bali, Bali Post, Nusa Bali, Seminarinfo.id, Bali Putpa News, Webinar Pariwisata, Gianyar Info, Kuta Selatan News,
Info Badung Bali, infoseminar.id, Info Bali Viral, webinarcenter.id, BEM PPW UNJ, Himpunan Mahasiswa S1 IPW Universitas Udayana,
and our honorable travel agents partners, Golden Rama, Panorama Tours, Wita Tour, Kuta Cemerlang Bali Jaya Tours and Travel, Bali Cemerlang Tour, Nusa Dua Bali Tour,
Rotama Tour, Mutiara Cemerlang Tour, Wendy Tour, Bali Daksina Wisata Tour, Lila Tour. Alright, we would like to continue to our next agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed moderator for today's Travelvaganza X Travel Talk session in collaboration with Astindo, Miss Luh Putu Dewi Pratnyanitya Pastini SPSI.
Miss Luh Putu Dewi Pratnyanitya, a highly accomplished individual with a diverse range of experience. Miss Pratnyanitya holds a bachelor degree in psychology from Udayana University, Faculty of Medicine. She is professional master of ceremony, host, and moderator, and the co-founder of Eka Karya Group. Her impressive career includes role as a news anchor and presenter at Kompas TV Bali, as well as a journalist and reporter from 2017 and 2023. Ms. Pratnyanitya is also a sought-after public speaking and personal branding trainer, having worked with renowned institutions such as Luh Muani Academy.
Beyond her professional achievement, Ms. Pratnyanitya has been recognized for her beauty and intelligence, having won various titles including Putri Batik Nusantara Province of Bali 2018, Jege Gianyar and Tourism Ambassador Bali Province 2014. Her dedication to her community is evident in her role as a paskibraka.
Please give a warm welcome to Miss Nitya.
Well, thank you very much for the very warm introduction, MC. Ladies and gentlemen, can I hear a big round of applause to all of us in this morning? Thank you. So once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all the invitees, our honorable speakers, and also all the participants in this talk show. My name is Dewi Nitya. It's such a very honor to me as the moderator in these sessions. And I will lead you to talk about our topic in this morning. Our topic is going to be talk about how the tourism industries drive future trend. But once again, I would like to say welcome to Travelvaganza X, shaping the travel trends. Are you ready for 2025? Please give a round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to say our gratitude to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for your presence. Thank you very much to accepting our invitations to join us in these very special occasions in our session and talk show, because we are going to talk about our important topic. We are going to talk about our trend in 2025, which is we know that we have already passed the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. And of course, all the industry, especially the tourism industry, face the same struggle, challenge. We face the same struggle and challenge. So all the thing that we should do is how to prepare ourselves to face the challenge in the futures, how we improve ourselves from the pandemic COVID-19 in 2020 to face the 2024, because we are going to more create our trend in travel especially. But slowly, we know since 2020, we are already improving, and also the easing of travel instruction make me, in Indonesia especially, our tourism has begun to recover and raise. So in these discussions, we are not only talk about the theory, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about our plan, what is going to be our strategy to face our struggle and challenge in 2025. So we also want to talk about what's going to be the travel trend in 2025 and how it become a trend. And I would like to remind all of you, all the participants who joining us remotely or offline in this MICE Grand Ballroom, that this session is going to be an interactive session. So I hope and I would like to encourage all of you, ladies and gentlemen, that are the participants, to actively ask the questions in the middle of I'm and the speakers talk about the topic. If you have something to ask for, just raise your hand, then we will talk about your answer and hope our speaker will answer it with the good answer. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our session in the talk show, we are going to witness the keynote speech, which is we'll deliver with our keynote speaker. This is as our kick-starting, also our leader to our topic in next session in the talk show. I would like to introduce first our keynote speaker in the session. So she is the prominent figures in the tourism, in Indonesia travel and tourism industry. Her careers included extensive experience in travel and tourism sectors, which has contributed to her deep understanding of the dynamic and challenge to the industry. Keahlian dan dedikasi beliau dalam upayanya untuk selalu memodernisasi industri dan mengadvokasi kebijakan yang efektif, khususnya di bidang pariwisata di Indonesia, Bapak Ibu. She is involved in and leads many organizations, ladies and gentlemen, including serving as the president of the Indonesian Travel Agent Association, or ATSINDO, our partner in this event. The deputy president of Federation of Asian Travel Associations, and also the secretary general of Federation of Tourism Association. So, kindly be invited to the stage. Please give a round of applause to Mrs. Pauline Suharno.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank to Poltek Bali, especially to Pak Puja, Ibu Evi, Ibu Wiwi, Pak Yudi, who has invited me to this prestigious event. And I feel like, wow, this is amazing. I believe all of this event organized by the students, led by the lecturers, and the students actually gave me a very touching gestures. Start since yesterday when I arrived at Bali Ngurah Rai Airport, I was accompanied by the LO Tasha and also the Mahendra, and they are led by the OC chairwoman, Neka, and the instruction since they arranged this event until today was really amazing. So give a big round of applause for the students who already arranged such a great event for us. Okay, I would like to introduce myself just a bit. Just now you mentioned, sorry, kurang jelas ini ya. Just now the MC already gave a very wonderful introduction. My name is Pauline Suharno, and I was, apa tuh, kecemplung apa namanya ya? Kecemplung, bahasa Inggrisnya apa ya? Kecemplung apa ya? I was in the travel industry by coincidentally because it's not my passion actually. It's my parents' passion. My parents own the travel agents, and I mentioned before during the previous event here, being the Indonesian Chinese, I didn't have much choice. I have to follow my father's career. So he asked me to apply to study at the Tourism High School in Jakarta. So here I am now with a lot of passion in the travel industry. Remember, before I don't have any passion at all in the travel industry, but now I have a lot of passion in this industry. So I want all of you, the students, to have the same pace with me and with all my colleagues in the travel industry. Just now, everybody mentioned about Astindo. Maybe some of you don't know or never heard about Astindo before. So can we start with the slide, please? So Astindo is the Indonesian Travel Agents Association. It was founded in 1999. Maybe most of you know the other associations. We have like 4 or 5 similar associations in this industry with the travel agents as the members. And we are under the Ministry of, oh di sini nggak kelihatan ya, under the under the tourism ministry and also under the transportation ministry. And okay, yeah. So this is our a glimpse about our association, Indonesia Travel Agents Association. And next, please. We are also the member of the prestigious organization, regional and international organization. Belum muncul. FATA, as Pak Edi mentioned just now, Federation of ASEAN Travel Associations, ASEANTA. We have the President of ASEANTA here, Pak Edi, who will also share a lot of his insight regarding the travel industry, and also WTA, World Tourism Alliance, WTAAA, the World Travel Agents Association Alliance, and also KADIN and KIPI, Confederation of Indonesia Tourism Association. Next, please. Ini nggak enak banget ngeliatnya. Oke. Iya boleh ya, soalnya nggak nyaman. Sorry. Okay, we start with traveling appetite. If you think that, do you need traveling? Everybody needs to travel. Everybody loves traveling. Jangan sampai cuma di rumah aja ya. Kalau di rumah aja travel agent nggak laku nantinya. Teman-teman Astindo nggak laku. So this is the traveling appetite. This data we got from the combination we compile from IATA, International Air Transport Association, and also from the data that we got from our previous event, Astindo Travel Fair. So the demand for the international travelers, since this is the data comparison between January to July 2023 with January to July 2024. So the demand for the international traveling increased 10.1%, and then the domestic only 4.8%. So it happens everywhere. Domestic is lesser demand compared to the international. Capacity for the flight capacity increased by 10.5% for international, and domestic only increased 2.8%. That's why domestic traveling is more expensive. And load factor, we already achieved 85.9% for the international, and domestic 86.1%. And for your information, regarding the airlines capacity, it's already achieved the same with before the COVID 2019. Next, please. I will not make you bored with all the data. This is the only data that I have. So Just be patient. Next, please. Okay, just now I mentioned about Asindo Travel Fair. Asindo Travel Fair, I can say that this is one of the largest travel fair in Indonesia because we have more exhibitors, we have more airlines participate, we have more travel agents, and of course we have like travel related participate in our travel fairs. We've been organizing this since 2011, and that time in 2011 there were only like less than 10 travel fairs within a year, especially in Jakarta. But now, because the traveling appetite is very huge, so the travel fair is just like mushroom in the raining season. You can see that within 2019, before the COVID, we have more than 70 Jakarta, 70 travel fairs within a year. So the NTOs, airlines, media company, shopping mall, and also the travel agents, the association, they organize their own travel fairs. But ours, we can say it's still the largest one in terms of the participants, in terms of the varieties of the participants. Not only the ones that I already mentioned before, travel agents, airlines, NTOs, we also have the Wi-Fi provider, we have the international roaming provider, we even have the luggage, the travel equipment, the sunglasses shops, the luggage shop. So we want to let the customers know that when they come to Astindo Travel Fair, it's a one-stop shopping solution. It's like the travel agent. Travel agent is a one-stop shopping solution. Whenever the customers come to the travel agent, they don't need to go anywhere. They only need to come to face by face with the one travel consultant, and all their problem already solved. Our next event, so just now I mentioned about the Astindo Travel Fair. It's held already in Jakarta, Bandung, Surabaya, Bali, Medan, Pekanbaru, Balikpapan. Then today they also have one in Medan. Then the next of our event, if people say that, oh, Astindo, oh yeah, that's the association who only sell outbound, who only sell ticketing. It's not correct at all, it's not true at all, because besides the Astindo Travel Fair, we also have this called the Indonesia Aja Travel Fair. We were mandated by the Kemenko Marves, the Maritime and Investment Coordinating Ministry, to organize this event, the Indonesia Aja Travel Fair. So last year we had the Indonesia Aja Travel Fair held at Jakarta, and this year we will have at four cities, Jakarta, Surabaya, Makassar, and also in Medan, starting by the end of this month. Next, please. Okay, everyone loves traveling, so everyone have the different purpose whenever they decide to travel, whenever they decide to fly, whenever they decide to sail. We have leisure trip, we have business trip, pilgrimage, reuniting with family, study, medical trip, and so on. So if you see my social media, you might say, wow, you are so blessed. You are working in the travel industry, so you can go everywhere, you can travel everywhere. But you never know that my trip is actually, it's a business trip. But according to Mr. Minister, Pak Sandiaga Uno, he said that be leisure is now the trend now, be leisure. So I combine both the business trip with the leisure trip, so I have time for like what the Gen Z said, work-life and balance. We need that after the post-COVID time. If previously we can work like overwork until 1 a.m., 2 a.m., but after the COVID, post-COVID, I believe most of the travelers now, they value themselves, we value our time, we value our traveling time, because we can, at last, we can travel. So we just don't want to spend our time for working over time, but we also want to spend time for our own me time. So like, for example, for like last night, according to my brain, I still want to work in my room. They arranged me to stay at Wisata. Very generous of Poltekpar Bali, thank you so much. So according to my brain, I want to work in my room, facing the beach and just work in front of my laptop. But then I say, wow, I'm in Bali now and it's almost weekend. So why should I stay in my room and just work? So I asked Ivana, Taiwan Tourism, and I also asked Pak Edi, okay, let's go for dinner. Let's go out for dinner. Bali is famous for with the seafood, whatever. So let's go for dinner. Then we came back at the hotel by 11, and Tasha kept asking me, ma'am, where is your material? Where is your presentation? I haven't got your presentation yet. Yeah, I haven't made it yet because I spent my time for dinner, for the seafood dinner in Bali. I have to value this trip. I have to value my time. There's no point. I came to Bali, stay in Bali for 2 nights, and just spend my time in the room in front of my laptop. So, yeah. So I think most of the travelers now think the same thing with us. Balik, sorry. Then, there's some extra benefit as well. By traveling, they got the extra benefit as well. Generate the business opportunity while on vacation, maybe do the investment, and also just tip, jangan lupa. A lot of people now, while they are traveling, they do the just tip to get some extra pocket money, invest in the personal enrichment, seek for the exclusive experience, and also immerse themselves in the destination in unique aspect. So people now traveling, not only going to the tourist attraction, but also they want to feel more unique experience, unique aspect. We can go to Japan without going to Disneyland. We can travel to Hong Kong without going to Ocean Park. But we just want to eat. We just want to feel the nightlife in Hong Kong. We just want to try the gastronomy in Japan. We can just walk at some local shops to see their handmade products. Next, please. Ini kejauhan nggak kelihatan. So, with the traveling appetite, with the changes of the customer behavior, how we face the 2025, I can say that during our Asindo Travel Fair, during our discussion with our travel agents colleague, we are not baik-baik saja. We are not in a good condition. Surprisingly, 2024, a lot of economists global, they said that the recovery, the tourism industry recovery, will be our industry will be recovered within this year, the second semester within this year, according to the global economists. They said that in order to get the same achievement as 2019, we can achieve it in 2024. But surprisingly, this year is terribly surprising. So our data in June 2024 for the all ticket sales in Indonesia, the data that I got from IATA, 2024 June and July, our sales already dropped -6% to 8%, June to July. And as predicted, our Asindo Travel Fair, the data said that our sales also dropped by -6 something. But it's still okay comparing to the other travel fairs, because the other travel fairs I heard from their data, they already dropped by 2 digits. So ours is still okay and predicted. This year is political year, not only in Indonesia, but also in the other countries. So most or 40% of the population in the world, in 70 countries this year, also having the political year, they have to go for the voting for the new government, and it's quite terrible for the travel industry. Business slowdown, sales drop, of course, and tax increase. Not only the tax increase, our VAT now is already 11%, next year gonna be 12%, and also our kantor pajak apa ya? The tax office also catch all the private companies, all the industry, in order to get more money for our minister, the finance minister, to build that IKN Nusantara. And size of the middle class has been dropped. We got the data also from the BPS few days ago, that the middle class, the number of the middle class population has been dropped, and the buying power, whatever, just to eat the kepiting, whatever. I have to find the reason to travel. So this celebration travel is one of a kind that people look for something, for a reason to travel. They celebrate the anniversary, the baby moon. We've never heard about baby moon before, but nowadays people go for the baby moon. Even like when you graduate from the tourism high school, when you graduate from the high school, just high school, some of the niche market, they will travel overseas to do the celebration, to do the farewell. Even some of the rich people, the Indonesia rich people, they go by cruise, they sail by cruise with their friends. They fly to Australia, celebrate their graduation at Sydney Tower, whatever. From the customer insights, they will plan more frequent trips, and then they will prefer to travel in family, the small groups, medium groups with their friends and family, and also travelers now will consider about the sustainability and also environment practice, and of course shopping for the locally made products, the handmade products. And I also grateful with today's arrangement. It's very sustainability with the basic, with the bottle glass, with the bottle, the water bottle, and not using the plastic bottle. Next, please. Okay, you are the first one who see this. We haven't published this yet. So this is the result for our Astindo Travel Fair. We have compiled the data from the different cities and also different airlines, different customers as well. So number one, you see Japan still number one. Number two, Taiwan, congrats Ivana. Number three, Hong Kong, US, Australia, blah, blah, blah. So if you see, this data tells you a lot. Not only about the result of our travel fair, but from this data, you can see which NTOs, which tourism promotion board did their homework. Not everyone did their homework. Selesai, 2 menit lagi. So not everyone did their homework. These NTOs already did their homework very well. Looks like, say like Taiwan Tourism Board. If we ask the customers, do you want to go to Taiwan? Do you want to fly to Taiwan? Perhaps from 10 people that you ask, like Ivana said, 10 people you ask for go cruising, 10 people you ask to fly to Taiwan. Maybe only 3 or 5 are willing to travel to Taiwan. But this Taiwan Tourism Board, I don't say that because she's here, but in fact, they are the one who has been joining our travel fair since the first time until our 17th travel fair, and the space is become bigger and bigger. Previously, they only occupied like 36 square meters, and now they occupy 72 square meters. And they have created a lot of activities for the kids, for the families, for the young teenagers during the travel fair, just to let the people, the customers, the visitors, attract them to come to their booth. And while they are doing all those activities, they will inform you about what activities that you can do in Taiwan, which destinations that you can visit in Taiwan. So for me, these NTOs are really doing a great job, so they can get this fair, so they can achieve these numbers. Next, please. So besides the continuity marketing, we also encourage the NTOs, the tourist attraction, the destinations, to have a very competitive price. So for example, this Macau is also one of the very aggressive tourism promotion board in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta and Surabaya. This Macau Tourism Board, they chip in money, they chip in the fund to give the special discount for both air ticket. So for the air ticket, Jakarta, Macau, Jakarta, during our travel fair, normal fare is 7 million rupiah, but during our travel fair, they give promotion buy one, get one free. So with 7 million rupiah, you can get 2 tickets traveling to Macau. And then the second one is the cruise. You see, I offer this one also as a study program to Ibu Wiwi and Pak Yudi actually. So this program, the first cruise line, international cruise line, who has the home port at Jakarta. So during the school holiday, June and July, they sail from Jakarta, Singapore, Port Klang back to Jakarta, and next year they will also sail from Jakarta. Take Jakarta as the home port. So don't miss your opportunity to sail with this. You don't need to buy the air ticket. You just need to buy the air ticket to Jakarta. Then you can sail with this cruise. You see the price, 5 million rupiah. Can you imagine 5 million rupiah? 6 days, 5 nights. You can travel from Jakarta, Singapore, KL, Jakarta. It's a very competitive price. And it's been subsidized by the government, not Jakarta government, but Singapore government and Malaysia government. Because they see the opportunity for this cruise. Whenever passengers arrive by the aircraft, how many passengers that aircraft can bring them? They can only like take perhaps 150, 300 passengers, 500 passengers, but within a cruise, the capacity is 3,500 to 5,000 passengers, fully occupied, full occupied cabin, 5,000 passengers. So one sail, they can get like 500 passengers. So that's why the other government, the foreign governments, they want to subsidize this cruise ship. Next, please. Then, again, Macau and cruise. The previous one, the first one is our promotion in February, and in this August, they also do the same promotion. The different product, but also they still chip in. So what I want to say is we have to be consistent and persistent. Doesn't mean that if you don't get, if you haven't achieved that number yet, if you haven't achieved that target yet, but you still have to consistently, persistently promoting your product. Maybe you have to make some adjustment, but at the end of the day, you have to do it continuously. You cannot just, okay, this time, I don't achieve the number. So, okay, let's just stop this promotion. Let's move to another place. Let's move to another country. Let's move to another market. It's not like that. So you have to do it consistently, persistently in the same market, in the same target, in the same area, then adjust the thing that may be not suitable to that market. Next, please. From the point of view, from the travel agents, from the Astindo members here, so I believe all of you agree with us, agents always love to sell expensive. They said so. We sell the expensive product. Well, it's not expensive, but if you pay peanuts, then you get peanuts. So when the customers ask us, why should I buy from the travel agents? When I buy the Korea tour product from the online travel agents, or even from the social media, open trip, whatever, it's only like 10 million rupiah, Korea 5 days, 3 nights. Well, when they got the offer from the travel agents, it cost them like 12 million rupiah, 14 million rupiah. The Korea Tourism Organization, who has sponsored this event as well, they gave the customers a brief breakdown. So these 5 days, 3 nights, you have to compare it apple to apple. The one that has been offered on the social media, the open trip, whatever, does not include the private transportation. You have to take hop on hop off public transportation. You have to take the bus, you have to take the MRT, you have to take any means of public vehicles in order to reach one destination. So can you imagine, you've been very tiring, observe Myeongdong, you walk, you shop, how many bags that you brought when you shop at Myeongdong, all the cosmetic shops, all the sneakers, whatever. You carry a lot of bags, then there's nobody waiting for you. You still have to walk to the public transport station, you have to walk in the rail station to the bus. Udah habis nih waktunya, kayak dimatiin langsung. You have to go to the bus stop with all your shopping bags. It's very tiring. While when you join the travel agent, when you join the tour, service, incentive, whatever, with a bit more expensive cost, but the bus will wait for you. The vehicle will wait for you. You just make a phone call to the driver, to the guide, okay, I'm ready, then they can always pick you up. They will pick you up at that point. You don't need to walk that far. And also remember, when you book through the social media, to the Instagram, to the TikTok, whatever, just read. Indonesians are very lazy to read. And somehow they caught by like the inclusive and exclusive items. The trip exclude meals, while ours, of course, full board meals. And again, the itinerary only give you time to visit a free tourist attraction. They will bring you to the very popular drama Korea, the Korean drama shooting place, but not to the like palace, museum, whatever. I know it's boring. Palace, museum is always boring, but when you go to a country, then you have to know about their culture. You have to know about how the country made, how the country start from, with all the history, all the storytelling told by the museum. And then book through the legal travel agents, the one that I mentioned before, seek advice from the trusted travel agents and compare it apple to apple. Bring down the pace in the itinerary, means because of the global climate change, because traveling is not as easy as before, and we have the Pak Edi as the president, as the CEO ya Pak ya, AirAsia Indonesia, who will fly you everywhere. You can fly everywhere with AirAsia, but the timing, we don't have that much time now for travel. So we have to value ourselves, we have to value our time, bring down the space in the itinerary, slow it down, enjoy the place, and not like the previous time we have like very hurry. Okay, we only have 10 minutes to take a photo here, but we don't enjoy the scenery, we don't enjoy the gastronomy, we don't enjoy the culture. That's the previous itinerary. But now we try to make you enjoy more, feel more, experience more about the destination from the unique aspect, not only about the tourist attraction. And last but not least, purchase the travel insurance, because everything can be happen now. We don't know our body condition, we don't know about the destination's condition, we can't predict the weather, so travel insurance is a must. Actually, it's a compulsory from the travel agent side, but since our government has not implemented this, so we just can say we advise you to have the travel insurance. So perhaps it's a glimpse from me now. We can explore more details later during the talk show, and I'll give it back to you. Thank you.
Please give a round of applause to Mrs. Pauline. It's such a very great starting point to our talk session, ladies and gentlemen. But before we move to our talk show and discussion session, I would like to invite you, our next speakers. We have 5 speakers in this beautiful opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have already told you and introduced you about Miss Pauline, and next I would like to invite and introduce you our next speakers. She is a distinguished figure in the tourism and aviation industries, holding the key position in prominent organization and contributing significantly to the advancement of regional cooperation and policy development. He is the head of communication, Indonesia Affairs and Policy, PT Indonesia AirAsia, also the president of Asian Tourism Associations and expert of Indonesia National Air Carriers Association. Please welcome Mr. Edi Krismedi Sumawilaga, STMT. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, our next speakers. She is a Bachelor of Management from a university in Taiwan. Sure, he has a very deep understanding of the local environment and also the character of these people. And she is a dynamic professional with over 5 years of experience in luxury hotel service and a track record as a marketing manager of project team in Jakarta for the Taiwanese Tourism Office. Give a round of applause to Miss Ivana Osman. Well, our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, he is a person who has a passion about the traveling, photography, and also social media. He has experience as a community and social media engagement associate manager. and also known as one independent Indonesian travel blogger or YouTuber. Maybe you know the YouTube channel of our next speaker. So please join us on the stage, Mr. Wira Rumansia. Please give a round of applause. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, now allow me to introduce you our next speakers. He's joining us remotely today. So I would like to good morning to Mr. Pavnes Kumar. Are you have joining with us today? Hello, Mr. Pavnes Kumar. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pavnes Kumar is the Director of Sustainability and Research at the Pacific Asia Travel Association. And he's also a Sustainability Specialist, AEZ, and Certificate Architect Specialization Green Building Analyst. So, Mr. Pavnes Kumar, thank you so much for accepting our invitations, and thank you very much for taking your time to be our speaker in this very important session. Hello, Mr. Pavnes Kumar. How are you today?
Hi, hello. I think great. There is a small lag, so allow me like 2 or 3 seconds to respond.
Yes, it's okay. Mr.
Oh.
Mr. Pavnes Kumar, thank you very much for accepting our invitation to be our speakers in this very important sessions. So I hope you will give all the participants and us very insightful information, Mr. Pavnes Kumar. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start our sessions. Yeah, we are waiting for this session because we are going to talk about our topic, the very important topic right now. Shaping the travel trend, are we ready for 2024? But let me to ask Mrs. Pauline and Mr. Wira first. And for the rest of the panelists and speakers, please hold your opinion first, because I would like to ask Mrs. Pauline and Mr. Wira first for our first session. Now, in the first topic, we are going to talk about exploring new destination potential and travel trends, international destination that currently popular among Indonesian tourists. So, first to Mrs. Pauline, what are the most sought after international destination by international tourists at the moment? Maybe we see after the pandemic of COVID-19, everybody in Indonesia, Indonesian traveler, like, I really want to go to the travel. So what is the most sought after the international destination for the Indonesian tourists or traveler?
As I mentioned during the presentation just now, there are some favorite destinations, but besides that, also Vietnam, of course. Everybody wants to go to Sapa because they said they can feel the winter in a cheap place. And then Australia also become very popular now for the niche market. And China, especially because of maybe the social media, the TikTok influence the customers to go to China to see the different places, because they have such a huge destinations in China, spread from north to south, west to east. But the most popular place in China now actually is Hainan and Chongqing. It's also because China government, the state area, Hainan and Chongqing, they subsidize the trip for the overseas travelers. So like Hainan, before the COVID time, before the pandemic, they already have the charter flight from Hainan to Jakarta, Hainan to Surabaya, and also to they have planned to fly to different places, but because of the COVID, the plan should be suspended. But now they start again, China, Chongqing and also Hainan, they fly to different places, and also the government subsidized the trip for the overseas travelers. So I can say that domestic traveling cannot compete with this international, with this government who wants to subsidize, who wants to chip in the money for the overseas travelers.
Okay, so maybe that's because individual preference, right, Mrs. Pauline? Maybe every people have a different preference to choose the best destination to go to.
Yeah, not only the private options, but also the competitive price. Competitive price also one of the challenge, one of the consideration when they consider to travel overseas. They will consider, okay, this place is cheaper. I can spend more time here with such a budget, because as I mentioned just now, we have the lower buying power, so they have to calculate very details regarding in order to plan their trip.
Okay, how about the nearest country like Malaysia or Thailand?
Still, but not like before. They will just spend like long weekend to travel to Malaysia or Thailand.
Okay.
But again, they have to find a reason to travel. Not only because, oh, okay, long weekend, so I have to travel. I will just search the ticket and then buy the ticket, purchase the ticket to fly everywhere. Not like that. But they have to find a reason to travel.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Pauline. So, Kak Wira. Kak Wira. So I should call you Kak or Mas or Kang. Or Bliwira. In Bali we say brother as Bliwira. Okay, yeah, at this time I will call you Bliwira. So Bliwira, as the travel blogger and YouTuber, in your opinion, what is the most sought after international destination at this moment?
Yeah, still for Indonesia, because we are cheap and we still go to Southeast Asia like Singapore, Malaysia, and then because we are majority Muslim, I think Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand still a halal friendly environment. And as Ms. Pauline said, we have a reason to travel. And recently I went to Baby Moon to Singapore because we love Harry Potter.
Okay.
And then at that time, a few months ago, there is an event called Harry Potter and Forbidden Forest in Sentosa Island, so we just went there.
Okay.
And then, but it's shifting, like Mr. Pauline said, Sapa, Vietnam is very famous on TikTok. Everywhere on people traveling to Sapa, and also Taiwan. Actually, last week, 2 weeks ago, I went to Taiwan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because now there are 3 Taiwan courier in Indonesia.
Okay.
We have China Airlines, FAir, and the newest one is Starlux. Yeah, I joined in their inaugural flags, and then when I went to Taiwan, it's like I didn't go to Taipei 101, I didn't go to the famous places, but I just went to the local coffee shop, and I don't know, Taiwan coffee is very good. The cafe is really, really unique. You must try.
Maybe Miss Ivana is very familiar with that, right? She's so excited. Yeah, that's true. But actually, what is the reason actually for Indonesian traveler when they choose the international destination? What is the things that makes Indonesian traveler choose, oh, this is the country that I should travel with? What are the factors to make the destinations attracting to Indonesian travel? What do you think, Bliwira?
I think rather than the cheap price, of course,
Okay.
it's the ease of access.
Oh, the ease of
The
access.
visa.
Okay.
The problem number one, even before we fly to the country. Let me take example for Japan and South Korea. Japan especially number one, as we said earlier, because I think it's because they have a visa exemption for Indonesia.
Okay.
But for South Korea, even though they are like second the world by storm, everyone is talking about how you wave the Korea, everyone watch drama, everyone watch Blackpink and BTS. Even I recently, just then I sample a few students, like 3 or 4 students, they all want to Korea. But because Korea is rather hard to fly, not to fly, but the visa making process is quite difficult for me.
Okay.
Not for me, but I have a travel agent friends, like whenever they make a group to Korea, I think every group, 1 or 2 people will get rejected. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very big reason. So why people at Indonesian travel and choose the international destinations. Okay, thank you, Mr. Wira. So, Mrs. Pauline, as you experience in travel agents, yeah, in Indonesia, how do Indonesian tourists, especially Indonesian traveler, prioritize the safeties when they are going or choose the destination? How do Indonesian tourists prioritize the safety and accessibility when choosing the international destination, Ms. Pauline?
Yep, of course we consider about the safety and security when we travel. Because if we don't care about that, we just stay in Indonesia.
Okay, yeah, of course. That's why you say that insurance, travel insurance is very important, right?
Yes, and that's why I also mentioned that we have to book through the legal travel agents because we have some experiences. Say like a lot of foreigners when they come to Indonesia and they don't book through the legal travel agents, they just pick up some like local guide. We even don't know whether they are the legal local guide or just one man promoting the product, whatever. And then when this small groups of people, they went to the destination, they got even raped, and then they asked for some money, and then asked for the everything. So according to the travel agents, we of course prefer to bring our clients to safe and secure destinations, like the one that you saw just now. Most of the destinations are the safest country in the world. So, but we also have to educate the customers. For example, like Israel, Russia, Ukraine. Few years ago, when they started the war, nobody wants to travel there. But after that, after we've been educated by the tourism promotion board, by the embassy, okay, Russia is that big. The war is just in the certain place. We still can go to Moscow. We can still travel to the different part of Russia. We can still travel to different part of Israel, which is quite safe. Even to Jordan, Palestine. Everyone, the public thought about it's not safe at all. I went to Jordan earlier this year, and then the whole family like, gila lu ya, masih berani pergi ke sana. So for us like, yeah, but for us as the travel industry, especially as the leaders of the industry, we have to prove that that place is safe. So like earthquake in Taiwan, the Taiwan part is I think it's the east part, only the east part. That time is the Lebaran season. The huge earthquake just recently this year in Taiwan. But we have to educate our customers, educate our clients that the earthquake is only affected in that east area. You can still travel to the north part, south part, and then to the west part. So this is the part of travel agents' task to inform the clients, like when Indonesia got earthquake in Jogja, earthquake in Lombok, tsunami in Aceh. It's during the New Year holiday, during the public holiday. We have to educate our customers that Indonesia is that huge. It only affected in certain part of Indonesia. You can still travel to Sulawesi safely, you can still travel to Kalimantan, you can still travel to Bali, you can still travel to everywhere. This is the task of us as the travel agents, as the travel consultants, to make sure that our clients travel to the safe place.
Yes, we need to give education to our client. But on your opinion, Mrs. Pauline, which country have a high level of safety and safe to the Indonesian traveler?
Okay, I can say Singapore, but Singapore now is very expensive.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
Yeah, Singapore now is very expensive, but it's one of the safest country in the world. You can just go in the midnight outside your hotel alone, woman alone, then nobody will sweet panggil ya.
Catcalling ya.
Catcalling kayak di Indonesia. It seems like some Indonesians still do that. Even in Bali, I saw 2 local guides, Bali local guides this morning at the hotel lobby.
This morning
at the hotel lobby. One Russian girl, very pretty. Then she passed by, and then this one, hi, where are you going? Actually, these guides were waiting for their clients. They should not have calling this Russian pretty girl, in my opinion. So it happens in Indonesia. So I think this Poltek Parbali, the students also, the lecturers also have to take part of for this to educate our young generation to appreciate, to respect whoever that you met. Because you know what? We just got complaint from the deputy of the Maritime and Investment Minister, the deputy, he complained because he bought the tour package in our travel fair, the Indonesia Aja Travel Fair. So they bought the tour package to, I can't remember the destination, but one of the driver, not the local guide, but one of the driver took pictures of his niece. You know, the young teenagers, when they travel, they wear the tank top, they wear the hot pants. So this driver took pictures of their sexy body, their thigh, their leg, whatever. And then the girls found out. It's very embarrassing. It's very humiliating. So it ruins the holiday mood. So this is our task as well, to educate our staff, our drivers, our local guides, the people who works in the tourism industry, to respect whoever we met. It's not should be done within our industry, everywhere, but especially in our industry. It's very humiliating.
Exactly, that's true, Mrs. Pauline. We need to give a respect to the client, to all the tourists in Bali, especially that make them more comfort in our zone. Thank you, Mrs. Pauline. So, Bli Wira, still Bli Wira, right? So, what do you think about what type of the experience or the activities that Indonesian traveler most desire when they choose the destination, international destination? What kind of experience or activity, Bli Wira?
Yeah, for the experience, I think as long as it's Instagrammable or TikTokable,
okay,
it's okay. But I think it's changing. Like we want to experience the locals. Last year I went to Japan, but I don't go to Tokyo or Kyoto or Osaka. Rather than I'm going to Okayama.
Why?
Because there's some homestay there who has a grandmother. It's her house, and she converted to like a guest house. And then it's like we act like her grandchild, and then we live there. He cooking the food for the garden, and we chat. We didn't chat because he obviously he cannot speak English, and we cannot speak Japanese. So
it's like to want to feel the family culture of the Japanese, right?
Yeah. And it's very interesting. And then Okayama is also one of the city who promote Muslim-friendly tourism. So as a Muslim, so I will very interested in there. So I think it's changing to more local experience rather than just sightseeing.
Okay, I would like ask to Mr. Eddie, if you want to go to travel, or what kind of experience or activity that you should choose at that international destination? If Bli Wira said that they'd like to feel the family culture by stay at like traditional homestay with the family members, how about you, Mr. Eddie?
For me, I like to experience the local. Yeah.
Okay. I think you like the sport. No?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
My daily activity is sport. But in terms of activities that I'm looking for destination, usually it's really a local. For sure, I'm really like to be an independent travel rather than travel agent.
Okay, say sorry first to Mrs. Ivana.
So usually I draft things that I want to see or to visit in certain destination by myself. Then all of us in the family usually talk together and we choose. Then we prepare the plan, and we try to be really experiential on that. So we can, of course, there is drama, but because of that we have some stories to tell and certain memory that we created from the trip itself. So I think to me it's more on that perspective. Although, in certain cases I use agent also, but I use agent in the local area. Like for example, if I arrive in a certain destination, there are programs that I need to explore. But when we consider that I think is interested to use a package, then I will buy the package. But if I can do by myself, I will do by myself. Like I'm traveling by car in Australia, for example, by myself, trying to find itinerary, and then just hit the end of the road and we don't know nothing. I think that's the thing that I try to experience. No? Then we create certain story with our family. Oh, we have done this, we have done that.
Yes, that's a very interesting point, right? In 2025, maybe we imagine what will be the travel trend in 2025. So, Mrs. Ivana, how do you think about the solo traveler? And of course, when the people that I don't want to think about anything, I just want to bring my money, bring my bag, so go to the travel rather than the solo traveler. What do you think about the two types of the traveler, Mrs. Ivana? Sorry, Mrs. Paulina. I keep looking at the Mrs. Paulina, but I say Mrs. Ivana. I'm sorry, Mrs. Paulina. You just in my mind, but yeah, I will ask Mrs. Paulina first, then Mrs. Ivana.
Okay. In the perspective of travel agents, of course, we love every single traveler, every single customers, every single travelers who purchase through the travel agents. Yeah. So like Pak Edi just now mentioned that he preferred the independent travelers, he prefer independent traveling, but in fact, he also needs the travel agents, the local agents to arrange the itinerary for exploring the hidden gems of the city, to explore the cities as well. So for us, either you purchase from your original country, or either you purchase from the destination country, the local operators at the destination countries. For us, you help us to take care to build this ecosystem. The ecosystem of the travel agents, we have the hotels, accommodations, transport, the manpower who drive the car, who drive the vehicle, and also the local guide, the tourist, the attractions, the restaurants, the tourist shops, souvenir shops. So for us, both single travelers, group travelings, for us all the same, we have to value them as our clients. It's always about their preferences. So for me, because we love traveling, so when we travel with my family, sometimes we use the local operators service, sometimes we travel by ourselves as well. Sometimes we book the online transportation as well. Sometimes we book the attraction tickets through the OTAs as well. So for us, it depends on our preferences, it depends on with whom we are going with, and it depends on our budget as well.
Back again, that's back to the individual preference, right, Mrs. Paulina? So, Miss Ivana, so what do you think about the solo traveler and use the travel agent? If you by yourself go to the international traveler, which you prefer, solo traveler or with a travel agent?
If
Yes. Okay. Whole people in Bali can hear your voice.
That's so shy. Okay. If me myself, maybe because I'm the millennial and Gen Z, so I think I would prefer to go by myself, solo trip. But when I was with my family, I will book by the travel agent. So it's same like Miss Pauline said. It depends on who you are going to with the traveling.
So the generations, yeah, the Chinese Gen Z is a prefer the solo traveler, but like me, maybe, no, Mr. Eddie said they prefer to solo traveler.
He has a young
mind. Young mindset. We should have the young mindset. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ivana. I would like to ask to Mr. Pavnes Kumar. Mr. Pavnes Kumar, are you there with us? Okay. So we are going to talk about our environmental challenge, yeah, in the international destination. So, Mr. Pavnes, what do you think about the environmental challenge that popular destination will face due to the increasing of the tourists? So, what kind of the environmental challenge that the international destination will face due to the increasing of the tourists?
Sure. Thanks for the question. It's a wonderful question. And we hear a lot about this in media. So, and it's quite a controversial topic as well because there is a lot of talk about over-tourism, but that's mismanaged tourism or it's mass tourism, right? And with mass tourism, destinations are already facing a lot of challenges. So I will first talk about the challenges that destinations globally are already facing. And then we will look at the challenges that is destined to face in the near future. Right? So the current challenges we are facing is a sudden stress on the infrastructure of the destination, both physical and digital infrastructure. So we see a lot of congestion on the roads, we see a lot of traffic, we see a lot of chaos, and then the digital infrastructure is also being impacted. So residents would experience a lot less speeds while browsing the internet, which can be a bit problematic. Then we see a lot of issues with regards to pollution, because inevitably when we look at the tourism data, so there's this research from the Mediterranean, so about 40% increase in plastic waste is recorded during the high tourism season, and that's substantial, right? So there's definitely food waste, there is plastic waste, there is also the struggle of local businesses to stay afloat because tourism demands certain services and certain products. So we see a lot of regional mom and pop shops, grocery stores going out of business, being taken over, or they just simply switch to a more profitable business model, which can create unrest and problems for the residents. So this is what we are already facing. And the other side of it is the social aspect. So we see a lot of backlash from local communities. We have seen water guns being fired at tourists in Spain earlier this year. I think that was a month or two ago. And we have seen protests in Paris. We have seen protests in other parts of the world saying that we don't need tourists. So these kind of unrest are actually a response. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, but these are definitely a response from the residents towards mass tourism. The problems we're going to face in the future are slightly more nuanced. Number one problem would be to maintain the credibility of your destination as a tourism destination. Why? Because in 2022, we had the sustainable tourism market at around 2.4 trillion. By 2031, it's going to cross 7 trillion. So it's no longer a niche thing. When we look at the survey results, about 90% of travelers globally want to travel more sustainably. So if your destination on internet, on social media, on various platforms is having this negative image of being over touristy or mass touristy, or there is some sort of protest that's going around, then people are likely to avoid these. So first of all, there is the negative element attached to your destination, which would deter good travelers to travel to your destination. That's one of the biggest impact factors. And then we will see a sudden shift in travel patterns. Right? So this is something that's going to heavily impact any destination moving forward in the near future when we talk about mass or unorganized tourism. Then there is the physical or the elemental side of it, which is we're going to see an irreparable damage to the destination if proper measures are not put in place. And this comes both from policymakers, from tour operators, from the entire tourism value chain. So if we do not look at how to solve mass tourism, then there is going to be definitely a lot negative impact, both in terms of the image of the destination, the brand identity, and also to the residents living in that destination.
Okay, such as we need a sustainable tourism practice and also the management of the tourism numbers. Mr. Pavnes?
Oh yes, absolutely. sustainability action roadmap. I think it was end of January this year in one of the ASEAN ministers meeting, which is a comprehensive document, and it allows all the ASEAN member states to look at it and create their own path. It doesn't force anything. It provides you a very systematic approach on the key pain points, the key pressure points that destinations are facing and are likely to face, and how we can be proactive, how we can solve those challenges. Right? That's just one example. And this document is actually based on the ASEAN Sustainability Framework, which was released a year before that by AIA, which is the Economic Research Institute of ASEAN. A lot of destinations globally were already experiencing the negative impacts of mismanagement of tourism and also not being proactive in becoming more and more sustainable in terms of the way they operate, in terms of how they promote their destination. So here are 3 destinations that have actually implemented a lot of these policies, and they have been successful to a great extent. While I say that, there is no destination that is 100% sustainable, just to make that clear. But we have contenders that are moving really fast. So number 1 is Costa Rica. They have 98% of their energy demand being met from renewable energy sources, which is fantastic, right? Because as an industry, we require a lot of energy, right? And if we combine our transportation system with that, if we are running EVs or electric buses, then it's absolutely amazing because we cut down our carbon footprint substantially. So Costa Rica is one example, and they have also signed the Glasgow Declaration, and they're going to be carbon neutral by 2050. The second one, and Costa Rica, by the way, is coming back to that. Costa Rica, when they opened up COVID-19, we all know that there was not a lot of travel going around. Right? No destination was able to maintain the same numbers or bounce back. Costa Rica, on the other hand, they saw a 20% increase just because, first of all, they started promoting ecotourism products. They invested heavily on policy and gamification. And instead of just talking about it, they went ahead and did it. Right? And then they maintained transparency about their operations, their achievements, and also it became part of their marketing campaign. And that's how they were able to attract a certain segment of tourists. Similarly, we can see the example of Norway, which saw an increase of about 12%. They are also going to be carbon neutral by 2030. Then we can look at the example of New Zealand. So these are a few of the international examples. In ASEAN, one of the best examples, and the panelists from Thailand would be really happy to hear about this. So in 2018, TAT, the Italian Authority of Tourism, they had an intelligence center, right? So they created 55 secondary tourism destinations. And this is before COVID-19, right? So in 2018, they came up with 55 secondary destinations. They developed it. And these destinations received 2.2 million tourists. And then COVID happened, so there was this negative impact. But we already see a lot of solutions coming both from international markets, we see solutions coming from ASEAN market, and this is something that we all need to take into account and work towards.
Well, the point is we ensure the positive experience both for the local people and also the visitors. Thank you, Mr. Pavnes Kumar. So now we are going to talk back to our topic, the trend in 2025. We can see that in 2024, mungkin flashback for 2023, we see many music concerts or visiting the destination that we see in the film or serial. So what are the latest global trend in the tourism industry that the tourism stakeholders or tourism player should be aware of? What kind of trend maybe in the 2025 that should be aware of, especially for the tourism stakeholder or tourism player. Maybe Miss Ivana?
Okay. I think maybe for the global trend, for now, it's a slow traveling, such as a cruise, like Miss Pauline said it, more culture experience to the local travel, and travel when the off season. Why should we travel off season? Because the fewer crowds, fewer queue, so we don't need to queue for a long time and stay impatient like, oh, why is this place like that? But actually, when the off season, the destination is really nice, but we didn't have the chance to explore it because of the high season travel. So the trend now is more the travel off season, and off season is more cheap, and we have a lot of flexible choose. Like we can, oh, maybe because the ticket is still available, I can just buy it when I want to go to, maybe from Taipei to the Kaohsiung. Oh, there's a lot of tickets, so I will just, oh, what time? It's okay. Like we have a lot of choice, and also for the trend, I think Taiwan is the destination for the this year and next year. For information, Taiwan itself gained a 316% of interest from the global tourists. Yeah, I think it's the trend for now.
So yeah, slow travel. Yeah, in Taiwan, like what Miss Ivana said. Let's go to Taiwan. Maybe you can be our tour leader. No, Mrs. Pauline is the expert of them. So what about Mrs. Ivana? Our what kind of the latest global trend that will be trend in 2025 that the tourism stakeholders or players should be aware of? Like maybe some countries in Southeast Asia facilities the music concerts that now the trend is move from the contemporary to, okay, I want to go to that country because there are a lot of music concert. Or maybe for some those like the Koreans movie, they would like to go to the Korean because want to see the traditional building of the Koreans based on the destination that feature in the popular TV show. What do you think about that, Mrs. Paulina?
Okay. Concert tourism, sport tourism is now become very popular. Even me myself, I tried to get a concert ticket for watching Liu Tohua, Andi Lau. Ketahuan umurnya ya kalau nonton Andi Lau ya.
Okay.
So I tried to get pre-sale, whatever. Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, it's all sold out. And even I tried Macau, the one in Macau, also sold out. So this is our challenge. Sport tourism, concert tourism is a market for us. It's a niche market. But the problem for the travel agents, for the point of view for the travel agents, we cannot get the allocation for the ticket. So people have to get to war to get the ticket first. Only after that, they will purchase the ticket, accommodation, transport, whatever. So for us, yes, it's a market, but we have to get in line with the ticket wholesaler in order to get this ticket first. Only if we can get the allocation for the concert ticket, the sport ticket to watch any match, then only after that we can create as a package and then promote it to our customers. So for us, the market is there for these two sport and concert tourism, but now we haven't seen the opportunity yet.
So we can say that the behavior change of the traveler is impact to the travel industries in tourism. Mrs.
Yes, of course, for the especially for the independent travelers, and when they travel to very safe, secure country like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, all the public transport is already very convenient. So for us, we have to switch our tour product as well. We create the tour products to a country where travelers cannot travel by themselves. even actually, not only that, actually even like Singapore or Malaysia, it's still an opportunity for us to create a MICE event there, to create a fun for family tour package. So for example, people wants to go to Sunway Lagoon. They can do the product that we sell. We can do fun for family, selling the entrance ticket to the theme park, and then also combined with the medical checkup package, the medical tourism for the parents or for the grandparents. So this depends on the creativity of the travel agents, of the travel consultants. Of course, we don't want to lose our customers, especially those with the old money, especially those our long-lasting customers. But we discussed with one of the Astino members yesterday, Astino board members yesterday. Then he said that the one who decide the destination now is the children. Previously, the parents who has been being our loyal customers, who has the money, those old money people, they were the one who decide the destinations for the children. But now the children's growing, and then they watch all the social media, so they were the one, they don't have that buying power yet, but they were the one who influenced the parents to travel. So our task to influence this young generation to use our service, not as the independent travelers, but it's more convenient for you to use our service. As I mentioned, it depends on with whom I travel with, but I traveled once to Taiwan with my mom and her siblings. Because all of us from the travel industry, my aunt also working as the tour VP, outbound tour VP, so she thought that she's very experienced. At the end of the day, when she told me, I want to visit that place. Okay, let's go there. We ran a cab, we ran an online transportation to went there. It took us like 45 minutes from our hotel without traffic. It's very far, 45 minutes. And when we reached there, there's no one that we can ask. So we don't know where's that statue. It's a Buddha statue. She wants to see that Buddha statue, the thousands Buddha statue. We don't know how to get there. There's no buggy, there's no one that we can ask. So we spent like more than 4 hours to reach to that Buddha statue. So for me, it's a wasting of time. When we travel with the local operators, when we travel with the travel agents, the guide will show us how to get there. They will lead, he or she will lead our way to that point. We don't need to waste like 3 hours, 4 hours walking here and there to look for that place. So for me, it's based on the convenience, the time arrangement. If you have plenty of time, of course you can explore everywhere. You can just spend your time to explore the hidden gems, whatever. But if you have like the workers, like the staff, if you only have the limited time for travel, then we will of course suggest you to travel with use the local service.
Me myself have on that situation, Mrs. Paulina. So I look at the social media. Oh, that's a very beautiful destination. I want to go there. So I confidently with my friends go to there and where is the station? Oh no, this is totally different. So maybe for me, I choose to travel with the local people or specialists like a travel agent to make us more sure the destination and without wasting any time. That's right, Mrs. Pauline. Thank you. So, Mr. Pauline has mentioned about the social media as the one of the opinion when people choose the international destination. Let's talk about how the social media works to promote the tourist destination. To Bli Wira as the travel blogger. So what do you think? How do the countries use the digital media or social media to promote their tourist destination? Is it possible or effective to use digital media or social media to promote the destinations? Mr. Bli Wira?
Okay, for promoting, I think for the marketing channel, influencer marketing and social media marketing as just one of the many channel we can utilize to promote destination. But I think the most prominent one is how to develop brand identity. Okay, I will take the example from our social media tourism board, Wonderful Indonesia and Pesona Indonesia. Have you followed the Pesona Indonesia TikTok account?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. They're very funny, right? I mean, in social media, if you want to create FYP content or you want it go viral, it will be either you have to be informative or entertaining, or both. Okay, and for the Pesona Indonesia, they showcasing Indonesian beauties, like a drone video of a horse running in Sumba in a grass field, and then Nusa Dua Beach, Kelingking Beach, something like that. They're very beautiful.
Very interesting.
Very interesting, but I think, but in a very interesting way, because they use TikTok, they use like unusual sound. Usually when we upload our video or our vacation, we use sounds like na 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 na. Yeah, but
Okay.
it's too basic, right?
Okay.
What they do you know what they use? You already follow. You already know actually.
Maybe the viral song. Yeah, we looking for the viral song, so we use it.
It's something like kini ku sadar kop sekop sekop.
Okay, yeah,
and then
I know that.
the video is like the horse running in Sumba, beautiful Mount Rinjani.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and that's why
Okay.
they have 3.5 million followers. But the Lost Brother, the Wonderful Indonesia, I think they're too basic. They're
Oh, I
just
see.
they're just stating the fact. They're informative but not entertaining. That's why they only have like 2,000 or 3,000 followers.
Okay. So the social media will be very effective if we know how to use it. Very effective, like use the viral song. So the total of the viewers is more increasing than another content without the viral sound.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. To Miss Ivana, so what do you think about the very effective branding strategies to attract the international tourists beside the social medias with the viral sound tak tok tak tok tak like Bliwira said before?
Okay, for the branding itself, I think you guys should see this video. It will tell us all about Taiwan branding. Video.
Okay.
I have prepared a video for
Okay.
branding.
Can you share the video? Actually, this video makes me feel like I want to go to Thailand right now. It's a very interesting.
Yeah, so this is our new branding in all to the global tourists. This is our era 3, and you guys see the waves? It Taiwan Waves of Wonder. So it have a lot of waves. It's not only for the mountain, for the beach or the sea. but it's everything. And it's a lot of surprise in Taiwan. So we are waiting for you guys to come to Taiwan.
Don't forget to promote to come to Taiwan. But when I see this video, it's such a like, oh, okay. That's a lot of things that I can explore in Thailand. So we need to make this kind of branding to make travelers more interesting to go to some international destination.
Yes, correct. Actually, Taiwan does not only have a lot of mountains, lake and sea, but it also have a lot of food that you guys maybe know it, like bubble milk tea.
Okay, yes.
The fried chicken, mango ice, and there's a lot. And actually, we starting last year, we don't promote like pineapple cake, milk tea, but we have a lot of other things like ayu jelly, puff. We also have a puff that is famous to Korean artists like IU, aespa. They get it from their friends when they come to Taiwan, and it's become viral. Yeah.
Thank you, Mrs. Ivana. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to go to the Taiwan after watch that video? Yes, yes. Oh, yes. To buy some boba. No. Okay. Thank you, Miss Ivana. So now we are going to talk about our next topic. Maybe this is a very hot topic that ours be the main topic of them all. So we are going to talk about the overseas challenge and high travel costs in Indonesia. So I would like to ask to Mr. Eddie first. What are the main factors that make the travel costs abroad high for Indonesia tourists?
Okay, Mbak. I think this is, I've been dealing with this question from the past 2 weeks. Last week, my big boss, Tony Fernandez, said that the fuel in Indonesia is very high. Then everyone jumped up, including numbers of ministers, saying that is not correct. But I think that's the fact. So basically, this is the situation that we have. So if you ask why the airfare now is high for domestic, to me the simple answer is that this is the new equilibrium of supply and demand. So supply currently is limited, while the demand is very high. So, like for example, previously we had discussion in Jakarta talking with Pertamina. Pertamina said that, hey, we have already reduced our fuel price in 5 tourism destinations, super priority destination, namely Lombok, Labuan Bajo, Danau Toba, Manado, and Jogja, or Borobudur. Then can you airlines reduce the airfare? Then we said, let's see, because we basically it's really supply and demand. When the borders start open in 2022, many of foreign friends criticized me, why AirAsia selling Jakarta Singapore for 9 million rupiah? It's very, very expensive.
Yes, of
yes?
course.
Yeah, of course. But I said, we sell 9 million, but finish.
Yeah, fully booked.
Fully booked. So I have to sell 1 million then, right? So it's really a supply and demand that create that situation. Now, the question is how we can increase the supply, so as the pricing can go down, right? There are numbers of factors. Of course, cost structure in Indonesia is more expensive compared to international. Not to compare with other countries. With international flight itself is more expensive. First, like for example, tax. You fly domestic, you charge by tax. But you fly international, they don't charge you by tax. Fuel as well. And at the same time, again, in the fact, fuel price in outside Indonesia is cheaper. So if we fly international, we can get more reduced cost structure compared to if we fly domestic. So I think that's the situation. And on top of that, some people are complaining, of course, it depends on how you view. Yeah. In Indonesia, we have what we call as TBA, tarif batas atas, ceiling fare. But is there any ceiling fare for international, may I ask? No, right? But is the fare cheaper than domestic? Yes. So actually, with the international flights, airline has the capability to make adjustment, to respond to the market correctly. So when they have opportunity to get some profit, then they will get it. But when the price, for example, if low season, automatically the price will go down because the supply is more than demand. So I think that the situation is happen in international as an example, but it does not happen in domestic because there is no opportunity for airline to do that. So I think one of the things that we are proposing is please review the tarif batas atas because that limit the maneuver for the airline to do some pricing, and that would affect right away to the pricing itself. So I think this is a situation that affecting the domestic. For sure now it's really a new equilibrium when we need to have more supply. On top of that, airline in Asia Pacific, profit margin is only 1.2%. And now, for example, we are asked to use SAF fuel starting 2027. And SAF fuel is 8 times more expensive rather than the current fuel price. And if we ask to put 1%, only 1% from fuel to mix with the existing fuel, and it has the price is 8% higher. So you can compare now with only 1% additional SAF, we already know profit. Because our profit in Asia Pacific is on 1.2%. So I think this is the situation that we have. We need to create more friendly business environment for aviation industry in Indonesia. I think that's the fact.
Is it visa fees is the one of factors that makes the high cost of travel abroad in Indonesia?
No, I think visa is more on international.
International.
But of course, if there is opportunity to get rid of that, then of course there will be more people to travel to Indonesia. Just another case here, for example. They are also criticized that many people are traveling domestic using international flights.
Okay.
Right? So people going to, say for example, from Bali to Aceh. Now PON is in Aceh, right? In Medan. But
back to Bali.
Yeah, from Bali to Medan there is no direct flight, right? So people traveling from Bali to Kuala Lumpur, then Kuala Lumpur connect to Medan or to Aceh. Because of international flight, the airfare is cheaper also compared to domestic. So why did it happen? Because in Kuala Lumpur, you can just simply move from one gate to another gate, even you are having different PNR, booking code, right?
Okay.
So AirAsia, for example, AirAsia is not selling Denpasar to Medan in one ticket, no. But people buying can, right? So they buy Bali to Kuala Lumpur, one ticket, then Kuala Lumpur to Medan, one ticket, separate booking code. Is it allowed? Yes, it's allowed. And the other thing is, in Kuala Lumpur, there is no security check that you will not allow to travel from Indonesian flight to another Indonesian flight destination. It's free in Kuala Lumpur. So they allow to do that. But in here, it's quite different, right? But it happened also. For example, when during Lebaran season, AirAsia have a flight from Jakarta to Kota Kinabalu in Malaysia. And we have also Jakarta Kuala Lumpur. At that time, Kuala Lumpur to Kinabalu, airfare is very, very high. 18 million rupiah if we compare. It's in only 2.5 hour flights. And you know what? People from Malaysia flying to Jakarta. Kuala Lumpur, Kota Kinabalu to Jakarta, then they connect from Jakarta to Kuala Lumpur because cheaper. Okay. They can do it in one day. But are we selling that? No, we are not selling that. But people buying that and tailor that, they can do it. But of course, in Jakarta, there is no such thing allowed. PNR, it has to be one PNR if you want to travel from one gate to another gate. So they have to go out. For Malaysian, easy, it's free, ASEAN visa free, right? So they just go out and do the check-in again on second floor, then take the flight, right? But for people like, for example, from non-ASEAN countries, then they have to pay 500,000 for visa. But actually, we lost the opportunity. So I think it's not only exclusive to Indonesia, but also other things. Like for example, now we have a flight from Cairns, Australia, to Denpasar, which can also connect from Denpasar to Perth. So people from Cairns who want to fly to Perth, they can also fly through Bali. Right? But of course, it has to be tailored by themselves.
Yeah, there's always any effective ways to get the more cheaper ticket, right, Mr. Eddy? So, what do you think about the solution of this barriers? So, Mr. Eddy, the international flight is more cheaper than the domestic. So, what is the solutions of these barriers? Actually, there is no solution. No, just kidding.
Yesterday, one of the reasons why I came late last night, I cannot join Pauline's dinner, is because I had a meeting in Habibie Center, trying to chip in on our recommendation from the airline perspective. The recommendation is there already. Like for example, fuel price. Fuel price, why in Indonesia fuel price is high, is because there is what they call as Minister Decree number 17 year 2019 of Minister of Energy that provide Pertamina or fuel provider to have differential, and differential is a cap. And how much differential that they put? 3,581. A cap, ya Pak, Bu? A cap. So meaning maximum that can they be. So on top of, so usually fuel price is MOPS. MOPS is Singapore rate. That's a public. You can see that. And on top of that, you have differential, which is cost of the provider, and margin. Now for Pertamina Indonesia case, there is this decree as commentary that allow Pertamina to charge 3,581 per liter, Pak. Per liter. So if I fly from Jakarta to Denpasar, AirAsia, usually I take 6,000 liter for flying 1 hour 45 minutes. 6,000. So you 6,000 add by, now in Jakarta is additional is 2,500. So each liter they add 2,500. So the cost structure is high. While in Malaysia, on average, for example, or in other country, the differential is around 200 to 400 rupiah. Well, here in Indonesia is 3,500. And it is allowed because it is a ministerial decree. So what we ask, please, government, review this 3,500. Because this 3,500 is very high, maybe you can see. But of course the reason, because we have distribution. You have to distribute our fuel to Papua, and it creates cost. But I said, yeah, if we want to, if we just compare, say for example, Jakarta with Kuala Lumpur, with Singapore, are we competitive? Or Bali with Chiang Mai, with Cebu, with Phuket, are we competitive? So I think that's a simple thing. That we have already put forward our recommendation. What we are, if you ask how, so we wait actually for the government to take action on that.
Okay, so Mrs. Ivana, Mrs. Pauline, Mr. Eddy, Bliwira, and Mr. Fafne, because we are going to have another agenda. Now we are moved to our next session, which is a Q&A session. So maybe we will discussion more in our Q&A sessions first. So to all the participants, ladies and gentlemen, do you have any question? Please raise your hand. And also to all the participants that are joining us remotely, please raise your hand if any questions that you want to discuss. Okay. I would like to ask all the participants that are joining us remotely by Zoom meeting. Do you have any questions? So please write down a question or raise hand. Atau Bapak Ibu, para tamu undangan, if have any questions to discuss in the sessions with our speakers, so please, okay.
Thank you for the time. I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Basyar Jano from Polytechnic Negeri Bali. My question is maybe for Ibu Pauline, yeah. Ibu Pauline, do you agree that the trend of the tourism is now changing to become the tourists like to visit like to see the local, yeah, like to see the local, stay in a homestay and in a countryside, yeah, like what I heard from Pak Wira, Miss Miss Aggie, sorry, Pak Edi, and Miss Ipana, yeah. Okay. Do you agree for that trends? And if you agree, how will you handle the challenge as a travel agent, legal travel agent, to handle the trend that maybe a lot of people who want to have holiday will go to a personal travel agent, not to the legal travel agent. Okay, thank you. Maybe that's my question.
Thank you, Bapak. Maybe Mrs. Paulina?
Langsung jawab ya?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with what you mentioned, Pak. Now people prefer to stay at the countryside with a homestay whatsoever. But the thing is, depends on the market as well. So like foreigners from Europe, from US, they love to stay at homestay. They want to see the local culture. But for us Indonesians, homestay, of course, we want to stay at homestay, but luxury homestay. Not the traditional homestay, agree? Travel agents agree, yeah? So when you offer kind of homestay to your customers, for example, Taiwan, they promote a lot of farm stay. And the farm stay is fabulous. It's clean, decent, beautiful, and then very neat, very clean, and a lot of activities. For me, myself, because I'm a kota person, a city person, when I went to the farm stay, I like it. For 1 night, okay. 2 nights, okay. More than that, no. So, and they're very creative. So, in their accommodation, they will bring you to see the apa kunang-kunang? Firefly? Firefly? To see the fireflies. But for Indonesians who already purchased the air ticket, 5 million rupiahs, traveling far away to Taiwan or to another country, and then you have to walk in the dark to see the fireflies, they will complain. But for other countries, other citizens like Singaporeans, Japanese, Koreans, Hongkish, who don't have that privilege, they will love to stay at the farm in Taiwan or in the homestay. So it depends on the market. And if you ask how we cater the customers who want to stay at homestay, currently Astindo has some agreements, some MOUs with the Desa Wisata tourism villages to develop the community-based tourism. Of course, the Astindo members will curate which accommodation, which tourism villages who are ready to receive our customers. So not every single tourism villages we will develop. We will collaborate with the certain tourism villages who have met the standard of the tourism industry. So, for example, currently, one of our team is going to Maluku. I can't remember the name of the tourism village, but she sent me some pictures yesterday. It's very beautiful, but it's very far away from the city. So it's really difficult to access. These tourism villages is not really popular at all, especially for Indonesians. They are afraid of they are afraid of the mosquitoes. They are afraid of the insects, and then they prefer to stay at the aircon room, luxury room, for the convenience, for the comfortable of their kids, for their senior citizens. So we ask our members, our chapters, Astindo chapters, actually to do the survey to the tourism villages in which, so they bring the customers or they bring the travel agents, they bring the people to visit the tourism villages which are located in the same direction with the tourist attraction. So these tourists, these people, they won't complain if the tourism villages doesn't meet their satisfaction level. They will just drop by to do some activities at the tourism villages first and see if these people in the tourism villages, the communities in the tourism villages can meet their satisfaction level of the people, of the customers, of the visitors. If they can serve them well, if they can maintain their standard, then we will continuously bring the customers to that tourism villages. Mungkin cukup ya Pak ya, atau masih kurang? Makasih.
Okay, thank you so much. Please give a round of applause to Mrs. Pauline. And so, ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions to discuss about in these sessions? Please raise your hand. It's about our topic. Or I want to ask to the participant that joining us remotely by Zoom meeting. Have any questions? Okay, there is a question from the Zoom meeting. No? Okay. Okay, it's time to lunch. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to our speakers. I really wish to continue our sessions because I think there's lots of things that should discuss about. But we have already had another agenda after this, so we need to conclude these sessions. And once again, I would like to say thank you so much for all the speakers. To Mr. Pravni Kumar, thank you so much for your insights, and thank you so much for your time to join us in these sessions. Thank you very much, Mrs. Paulina, Mr. Eddie, Mrs. Ivana, and also Bliwira. Thank you so much. I hope that everything that we have talked about in these sessions will give a positive insight to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and as our starting point to think about what will become the trend in 2025 as the tourism industry player or stakeholder. Please give a round of applause once again to our speakers. So I'm Dewi Nityasan out, and even I will give back to our beautiful and amazing MC. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Nitya, as a moderator, and for speakers for all the talk show session.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the next agenda, we will enter the session of handling over placards, certificates, and merchandise to all speakers and moderator.
The Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, the Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, and the committee head are invited to the stage to hand over placards, certificates, and merchandise to all speakers and moderator.
For the first, we invite the Director Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Mr. Ida Bagus Putupuja, to hand over the placards, certificates, and merchandise to all speakers.
Besok coba kau izin pulang cepat. Bilang saja siapa sedang sakit. Lusa coba izin terlambat. Bilang saja kau celaka sedikit. Habiskan cutimu sebelum resign. I know you're scared but it's totally fine. Karena kau bukan mesin assembly line. Lihat promo liburan baby that's a sign. Oh karena ku tahu kalimat itu ada di ujung mulutmu. Oh karena kau tahu tak mau lakukan itu seumur hidupmu. Lakukan apa yang kau mau sekarang saat hatimu bergerak. Jangan kau larang, hidup ini tak ada artinya. Maka kau bebas mengarang maknanya. Seorang lakukan apa yang kau mau sekarang saat hatimu bergerak. Jangan kau larang, lagi pula hidup akan berakhir. Maka lakukan apa yang kau mau sekarang. Berkesalah kau raja dunia, karir ini tak ada artinya. Berkesalah kau raja dunia, hidup ini tak ada artinya. Besok coba kau berbohong sedikit, lalu kau melupa saat diungkit. Bisa juga kau jujur saja, separahnya kau akan makin lega. Oh karena ku tahu kalimat itu ada di ujung mulutmu. Oh karena kau tahu utama kalah dirimu di sisa hidupmu. Lakukan apa yang kau mau sekarang saat hatimu.
Alright, we invite to all speakers, moderator, the Director of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, Tour and Travel Business Study Program Coordinator, and the committee head to get closer for a group photo session.
Alright, we start for the group photo session. On my count. Alright, on my count. 1, 2, 3. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3. And then lastly, 1, 2, and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. In a moment, our committee will distribute merchandise directly to your seat.
Oh my god. Sensor. And we proudly present our honorable sponsors and media partners that support this event. Bank Indonesia, Garuda Indonesia, Korea Tourism Organization, Merusaka Nusa Dua, Aeroglobe Indonesia, Uniqlo,
Para Wedding, Sari Amarta Batik Collection, Frankenstein Laboratory Restaurant, The Rivavi Hotel, The Two Sita Hotel, Bali Garden Beach Resort,
Esmeralda, Motu Booth, Dharma Project, If Story Day Merchandise, PT Lombok Car Rental, Bali Plakat,
Seblak Gorilla, Lian Hua Snack Box, Take and Bite, Hesta Floris Bali, Hanya Floris Bali.
and our media partners, iNews Bali, Bali Post, Nusa Bali, Seminar Info, Bali Puspa News, Webinar Pariwisata, Gianyar Info, Kuta Selatan News,
Info Badung Bali, Info Seminar.id, Info Bali Viral, Webinarcenter.id, BEM PPW UNJ, Himpunan Mahasiswa S1 IPW Universitas Udayana.
and our honorable travel agents partners, Golden Rama, Panorama Tours, Wita Tour, Kuta Cemerlang Bali Jaya Tours and Travel, Bali Cemerlang, Nusa Dua Bali Tour,
Rotama Tour, Mutiara Cemerlang Tour, Wendy Tour, Bali Daksina Wisata Tour, Lila Tour. Alright ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful and exciting talk show, but the time has constrained us. And we finally have come to the end
of Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo. We would like to use this opportunity to show our appreciation to our international partners, all speakers, moderator, all the participating travel agents, the management board of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, all sponsor and media partners, and all our esteemed invited guests who attend offline and online.
Thank you for supporting us in Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo. Have a nice day and
We hope to see you again at Travelvaganza next year. Travelvaganza X in collaboration with Astindo, explore, learn, and connect.
Tour and Travel Business Study Program, Bali Tourism Polytechnic.
To travel is to live. Di UPW aja. Attention ladies and gentlemen, the Travelvaganza X Travel Talk in collaboration with Astindo has been completed. We invite you to explore our booth at Travelvaganza X Showcase area.
After that, we invite you to join us for a delightful lunch at the lower hall of the Mais Widyatula building. Thank you for your attendance and participation.
And we wish you have a nice day. See you.
Kami turut mengundang untuk seluruh tamu undangan agar dapat berfoto bersama. Serta seluruh travel agent yang telah hadir pada kesempatan kali ini. And then after that we invite you to join us for a delightful lunch at the lower hall of the Mais Widyatula building. Thank you for your attendance and participation. And we wish you have a nice day. See you.
See you.
Baik hadirin sekalian, setelah sesi ini berakhir akan dilanjutkan dengan sesi makan siang yang akan diselenggarakan di Mais Widyatula lantai bawah. Kami persilakan untuk kepada seluruh hadirin agar mampu mengikuti arahan LO yang akan mengarahkan tepat di pintu depan. Sekian, terima kasih. Kami persilakan juga kepada Kami persilakan juga kepada seluruh Bapak Ibu hadirin para tamu undangan dan peserta. Kami persilakan juga kepada seluruh tamu undangan peserta yang hadir pada hari ini agar dapat berfoto di foto booth yang telah disediakan di mais bagian bawah. Sekali lagi kami persilakan untuk Bapak Ibu hadirin undangan, kami persilakan untuk bersuah foto di foto booth yang telah disediakan di bawah. Sekian, terima kasih.
Besok coba kau izin pulang cepat. Bilang saja siapa sedang sakit. Lusa coba izin terlambat. Bilang saja kau celaka sedikit. Habiskan cutimu sebelum usai. I know you're scared but it's totally fine. Karena kau bukan mesin assembly line. Lihat promo liburan babe, that's the sign. Oh, karena ku tahu kalimat itu ada di ujung mulutmu. Oh, karena kau tahu tak mau lakukan itu seumur hidupmu. Lakukan apa
dulu pas, banyak lah masuk. Ini tuh dari